another fabulous mini workshop in our Blissful Broker Executive Skill Building series. I'm sure on some level you might be a little bit skeptical about this one, right? Organizing your digital files or decluttering your digital files is not technically the sexiest concept or idea or task. But oh my gosh, I cannot overemphasize enough for you how valuable this is in terms of saving time and energy and resources and just enjoying your workflow more and just having a generally like more beautiful digital workspace. Who doesn't want one of those, right? So if you have been spinning in guilt and shame about how completely disorganized your files are, or you struggle to find things that you know that you have somewhere, oh my gosh, are you in the right place today? I am so excited you're here. Make sure before we dive in, you are ready to streamline your workflows by having your action plan ready to go, either in your digital planner writing app like GoodNotes, that's my favorite, or maybe you've got it printed out and you're ready to put pen to paper, the way our brain really retains things, the way I always love to teach you and remind you. This is why journaling is by far the highest ROI activity in any business. Don't get me started. All right, so today we're talking all about organizing your digital files, and I am Sarah Layton, your instructor. I am a real estate content marketing strategist, writer, designer, creative director, and the unapologetic voice behind bestrealestatewriter.com. What you may or may not realize is I am actually the ghost producer behind many of your favorite training programs, including group coaching programs, because I do get hired by brokers and coaches to create their curriculum for them. So I'm really excited to be done hiding, which I have been doing the last few years after a terrible bout of burnout. And I'm so excited to be back here on screen, on video, and out in the community teaching lunch and learns and all kinds of workshops and speaking gigs. It's been amazing getting to reconnect with all of you. And I hope, if I haven't lately, I hope I get to see you soon too. So that's enough of that. You can read more about me in your guide. And I do want to take a moment to invite you, if you haven't yet, please come check out the groups and communities that I'm growing over on bestrealestatewriter.com/groups, including Real Estate Rainmakers. It's a fabulous community, and I would love to have you in there. There's, of course, also, as always, some links to some juicy freebies and other helpful resources, including a link for you to book a call with me if you'd like some extra help to go a little deeper, or just to ask me all of your questions about real estate, marketing, branding, strategy, you name it. I'm here for it, and I look forward to meeting you. So let's dive right in. Who's got time to waste? Not this girl. We are talking about organizing our digital files. So why is this skill so important? I've kind of hinted to this, right? That it's important for structuring our workflows and managing our time, right? But keeping our digital files organized ultimately is really going to help you find important documents or elements or whatever it is that you're looking for quickly and avoid losing work. And it's also going to reduce a lot of stress. And if you're someone that's trying to like act on an idea really quickly, but then it takes you 10 minutes to try to find a file or whatever, like you're going to forget your train of thought. All of these things, like this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time as a result of not having our digital files organized. And I will say that I used to be like crazy anal about this. I've gotten a little bit more lax as I work on my perfectionism and rigidity. Although maybe this isn't the best place to be getting a little lax, but I probably need to have a team member hop into my Canva and do some cleaning up based on my filing system or whatever. But at the very least, like, I will say that for the most part, like, people when they see the inside of my Canva are blown away because, or even my computer, the way I do it, like, I keep everything very organized as much as I possibly can, like folders in folders in folders in folders in folders in folders. So, and using like keywords and stuff to run searches, which we're talking about here today, it really goes a long way for helping me to like bring my ideas to life quickly and get them for sale. So why might you be struggling with this? Well, maybe your desktop is, like, maybe it's super messy, right? And your files are just totally saved in random places with random names and you can never find anything. And maybe you've got, 200 random folders and icons all over your desktop and it's totally confusing. Maybe you forget where you save things and you know that you're spending more than, I don't know, 10 minutes a week searching for files, and maybe, just maybe, you're one of those people that digitally hoards and never deletes anything ever. I can be a little guilty of that. But, so if any of those sound like you, you're in the right place, my friend. You are in the right place and you're in good company. So let's dig in and get to work to identify your digital clutter. We've all got it pretty much. Unless, you're super, super, super organized. And if so, you probably wouldn't be here anyway. So I'm just curious, where is it that you struggle the most? Is it your desktop? Is it totally overflowing with icons and shortcuts, and some of them are probably years old and go to random things that just don't matter anymore? Maybe you've got disorganized folders. And I guess you could, the way that I intended it was you could sort of like check these off, whatever ones apply to you, and then use this area to kind of make some notes to yourself. And then, yeah, so maybe, you don't have like a digital filing system, if you will. So your folders are super disorganized and there's no clear structure. That's certainly some digital clutter that we can tackle today. Or maybe you're checking this little circle over here to indicate that your email is a absolute disaster zone between the unread and the organized messages. That's okay. No judgment here. Or maybe you just have like too many apps and downloads, like unused programs and games and duplicate files and all that kind of stuff. And that's a really easy way to clean up some storage in your computer and get it to start working a little faster for you. So highly recommend that activity. And then when you're done noting that, we're going to get into our journaling and reflection questions. So what's one area, based on the boxes that you just checked off and made notes on, what's the one area you want to work on today? Unless you cleared the day for digital organization, which, if you did, I love that for you. I think that sounds fabulous. Believe it, like, I genuinely enjoy doing this stuff, but that's the nerd in me. Maybe this is super boring to you, and I totally get that. But I promise it's going to make you more productive overall throughout the year. So let's just, let's start with one area for now and make note of that right here. What is it that you're going to clean up and what about it? Okay. And then we're going to take just a second and notate how you're going to categorize your files. So are you going to do it by project, by date, maybe by topic or keyword, whatever works for you. It's just, the most important thing is that you keep it consistent. Okay. So, maybe, maybe in your everyday workflow, you don't feel like you have time to like properly name and file everything as you go, and everything's going to say end up in the downloads folder. Well, then you can have a certain set appointment with yourself every Friday afternoon, let's say, to take 10 minutes and go through and like file all of that and organize it properly. I personally feel like it's actually faster and easier to just do it in the moment. And it's like for my brain, like the habit. Yeah. But again, you need to do what works best for you. This is never one size fits all. For me, like I said, that consistent folder naming, that goes a long way. And when I worked in real estate law firms, I think that's where I like really learned that they were super, 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 super diligent with this, because they had to be, right? So that's where I think I like first really saw an office operating that way, and like how much faster and easier it made things. And um even though I had like learned some of that in title, this like was a whole other meticulous level, and I definitely brought that into my business with me. And then there's also automated sorting tools and stuff as well. So again, I want you to work with whatever is best for you, and there's no pressure to get this right here. It's experimental. We're approaching this with playfulness and just to observe how these things work for us and in our day. And then before I let you go, I want to address this reflection question with you. So, what are the benefits of a clean digital workspace, and how can you make organizing files a habit? A lot of times, I encourage you in these mini workshops to do the reflection question at the very end, but I actually want you to do this right now before you get started with anything, because in this particular case, this question is helping you to anchor the value of the activity. Just in case it starts to feel boring for you, I want you to remember the motivation, the reason why we're doing this. This is going to save you a lot of time and energy and frustration throughout the year, even computer performance, like all of the things. It's ultimately going to further optimize your workflow, make you more productive, and get you back to enjoying your life, because you do not need to be working 80, 100-hour weeks, even if you're still in production and trying to train and scale a team and a downline and all of the things. Okay. So, no judgment, no pressure, just playfulness. And before you do another thing, I want you to anchor in this reflection question of why this is going to be so valuable for you. Think about it. Even if this saves a collective 8 hours of time over the course of the next year, that's 8 hours back in your pocket, babe. That's like a whole workday back in your pocket. Like there, and it's more than that. It's always about the cognitive fatigue as well, and the frustration. And think about that moment when you're searching for something and you can't find it, and that internal dialogue that clicks on in your head that's blaming you for this, and the frustration and all of that little bit of extra cortisol that goes into your stomach that interrupts your brain pattern. Like all of this adds up, my friend. Okay. So that's why we're getting so intentional in such simple but meaningful, like mini but mighty ways. Okay. With each of these mini but mighty workshops. And I am so grateful that you signed up for this one. This is like so near and dear to my heart. And if you ever take the Canva Land class with me, we go deeper into this, because we talk specifically a lot about managing your files and everything within Canva. Because, oh my gosh, if there's any program where you will save hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of time by implementing this, it's Canva. So I can't wait to see you in the next mini workshop. And again, I hope that you are enjoying your journey as you become a more blissful broker. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the mini workshop on setting realistic deadlines for overachievers. I'm one of those. Are you? Yeah, I'd love to see you in there so that you don't continue to set yourself up for the shame and the blame spiral when you set goals that you know are not realistic, but that still feel shiny and attractive and sexy. We're going to finally fix this shame and blame spiral once and for all, my love, and make sure that you do not continue to burn out as a result. Thank you so much for joining me for this mini workshop. Happy organizing.